Hey guys, welcome to a quick guide for those Knights of Fredbear's 2015 remake. A year ago I've made a guide for the new Destiny version of this game, and let me just say that the 2015 version is nowhere near as hard as new Destiny. However, people have asked me for help, so here's the video. Now I'm using Knight 5 as the background, and this strategy should work for previous Knights. When the Knight starts, I usually wait for Bonnie to activate. When he is close, instead of shutting the door, I run to the party room where Fredbear is in the opposite hallway where Bonnie is coming from. Close the curtain immediately when you get there and camp out until Bonnie comes in. Keep the curtain closed, of course. When you see Bonnie enter, just run back to the office. However, do keep an eye out for Freddy, as he could be in the same hallway that you're running towards. If you see him, just use the other hallway. On nights 1 to 4, around 4 AM, the power will go out when you hear Freddy's tune. I personally never felt the need to restart the system because you only have 2 hours left, and it's easier to just manage the curtains while hiding from Freddy and Bonnie. The best advice I can give here is only run when there's either an emergency or you're going from or to the office from the party room. In other words, reserve your stamina. On night 5, when the power turns off, this is where the real challenge begins. This strategy took me over 3 hours to figure out, not because the game is hard, but because the mechanics aren't explained very well. So when you first pull the lever in the breaker room, the time resets to 12 AM. To win, you have to go to the office and access the terminal, then run back to the breaker room and pull the lever again. Doing so will move time forward by 1 hour, and you need to do this 6 times. Bonnie, Freddy, and Fredbear will not chase you, but instead, you'll be hunted by the Thing. He will randomly teleport near your location, and the only way to repel him is to point your flashlight at him. Flashing him too early or keeping your flashlight on for too long will result in a game over. There's also these puppet bubbles. They won't kill you, but they will stun lock you. The only way to remove them is, you guessed it, with a flashlight. There's also a sanity meter that forces you to keep moving. Basically, when you see this, you need to move, as in move out of the area that you are in. If your sanity runs out, you'll die immediately. This night isn't difficult, but rather tedious and a bit unfair. When the puppet spawns, you'll hear his footsteps. However, it only hints his presence, not his exact location. You only get half a second to react to where he's attacking, thus making each encounter more of a guessing game. I played this game with earbuds, and the quarter-second sound lag I had made this an absolute slog to get through. Now that you know what to expect from this night, here's some advice. The first thing you need to do is turn your FOV and brightness level to the max. This will make flashing the Thing easier. Also, keep your flashlight off at all times unless you are flashing the Thing and his puppets. Now here's the strategy I went with. As soon as you pull the lever, head to the office. But do not run. And that's because if you arrive too early, not only do you have to wait for the terminal to load, but you also lose sanity by waiting in the room. When you're done with the terminal, run back to the breaker room with a full stamina bar. When you get there, don't pull the lever immediately. Instead, wait for the stamina to recover, if you need it of course, and only pull it when you hear the Thing's charging footsteps. Each hour not only shortens the Thing's respawn time, but Freddy, Bonnie, and Fredbear will also appear. Their only purpose is to make your run back more tedious, as they block the quickest route. Just don't get too close to them. The main threat, of course, is the Thing. Good news is that he dies if a single pixel of light touches him. Bad news is you only get half a second to react to where he is attacking. So only turn the flashlight on when his footsteps gets closer. The only tip I have is either get used to where he's coming from or get lucky. Patience is your friend. Good luck!